What's good, YouTube, man? It's your boy Rich, and I'm back with another banger. You know what I'm saying? If you're new to the channel, subscribe right now. This is my main channel, Legendary Rich. I also got a second channel, Legendary Rich Gems. As of right now, I might change the name, but on here, you know, I do vlogs, I do story times, I do pranks, fun stuff like that. Then on my second channel, I do more like free game. We're gonna do a story time on the time I crashed my Audi. Yes, I used to have an Audi. I got it when I was 20 years old. It was pandemic. It was 2020. Yeah, yep. Black Audi A6 V6 turbo. Best car I've had so far. Before we do that, like, comment, subscribe, man. Comment, Rich crashed the Audi. You know what I'm saying? Shop with the brand, real legendary status. New drop coming, 9/28 on my birthday. It's about to be lit. We about to go up. So I'll set the scene. This was January 2022. It was 2022. And pretty much once I crashed this car, a bunch of series of events started happening in my life, and I was really going through it for like 2, 3, 4 months. Like, I'll get into that maybe at the end of the video, but basically it's January 2022. I forgot what day it was, but sometime in January. I can actually pull it up on my Snapchat memories. It was just crazy. The timing was crazy. I just got my new one bedroom apartment on campus. I just got it tinted, blacked out. I just got like a new radio in there. January 28th, 2022, 12 p.m. So it was like smack dab in the middle of the day pretty much. And the crazy thing is I had COVID like a few days before that. Like, I had just got out of like quarantine. Because I've got COVID 3 times. I got it like last year, like a week before my birthday. And then I got it 2022, 2021. But anyways, so I just got out of quarantine. I'm going to clean my car. I'm getting ready I'm supposed to be going on a date with one of my female friends later that day. So I'm driving, man. And I'm going, I'm like, you know what? I'm about to pick her up later. I'm trying to have everything vacuumed. I'm trying to have it clean, you know, presentable. Give it a little car wash, could put a nice little tree inset in there, have it ready to go. You know, that's some free sauce right there too. So I live in Kalamazoo, and I was going to Western Michigan University at the time. So I was living on campus. So I'm driving on KL, and I like just passed the Speedway on Drake. Yeah, by Drake and KL. Just past the Speedway, and this was like I said, like almost 3 years ago. So this before they kind of had a bunch of construction going on, like how they do right now, where you can't really go that way. And I'm like just about to pass. It's either Concord or Mount Royal apartments. They both look the same on your right. Like if you're driving that way, it's gonna be on your right. Speedway's on your left. I forgot which one. I want to say it's Mount Royal though. So I'm driving. I'm not speeding, but I'm not going to speed limit. I'm probably going like 5 over. Maybe 10 over. There's nobody really in front of me. So I'm driving, and then a car that was going the opposite direction, they go into the middle lane, the yellow marked lane, as if they're waiting to turn this way while I'm going this way. So I'm driving, and, you know, I got plenty of time to go. They don't have plenty of time to turn, though. Like, it's obvious, like, they're gonna let me go, and then they're gonna turn left, right? No. It's like a little, thankfully it was a small like Chevy, either Cruze or Malibu or Impala, something like that. A gray Chevy. It was a girl driving it. I don't know what she looked like. She never got out of the car when she crashed into me. No hard feelings too. At the time I was really pissed, but I'm just glad we're both alive. We're both good. You know what I'm saying? Fuck the car. I'm not tripping about the car. But anyways, I'm driving straight, right? I'm like, I know she's not about to turn into me. Because I see her start to turn her wheel, and by the time I saw that, it's too late. She turns right into me. So let's say this is my car. I'm driving straight. She in the middle lane waiting to turn this way. I'm driving, and she turns. T-bones right into me. Here's a picture. Oh, it went away. But she T-bones right into me, and I just hear loud ass like, boom! I'm like, the fuck? And I was tripping. I didn't have my seatbelt on. So, like, when I got hit, I like grabbed the steering wheel like to hold my place. My head did hit the roof a little bit, the headliner, and I just wasn't trying to go through the glass or nothing. And as she hits me, because I was like kind of right in front of the complex, the apartment complex, because she wanted to turn left to get in, but she has to wait until I pass. She hit me so hard, like, or I was going so fast, whatever the case may be, that my car like swerved, and like I almost hit like the big sign, like the big entrance sign that said Mount Royale. Like I just missed it. Like shit was crazy. So, and then like my door is like bent in, like she almost hit my leg. Like my door is like bent in. I can barely even open that bitch. So my first reaction is like, fuck, because that was like my first ever like real car crash. Like I'm not gonna lie, I've like rear-ended somebody before, kind of side scraped somebody before back in the day. Like when I first got my car like 5-6 years ago. That was my first time being in like almost fatal crash, like a real serious crash. So I'm like, fuck, like. So, because at the time I didn't have full coverage, and like it was a 2001 Audi, so even if I did have full coverage, the parts are like so old, like shops in town aren't gonna be able to like fix it basically. So there's nothing I can do about it. So basically I'm thinking like, fuck, like I hope it's not total, like I'm gonna have to buy a whole new car. So I get out of the car, I pry the car door open. I can barely get out. It takes me forever to get out. I gotta kick that bitch out. Then I get out and look at the damage, and I'm just like, fuck. Like my car is smoking. It's still running somehow. It's still on. The electric still works, but it's smoking. Front right of the hood is gone. My driver's side door is fucked up. I'm like, yeah, it's not looking good. So and then like 5 seconds later, it's like a random dude in a Dodge Charger, like an older Dodge Charger. He wasn't even like supposed to be turning in, but he turned into the apartment complex. He rolls window down like, damn, bro, like you straight, bro? You good? Like, you need anything? I'm like, nah, I'm straight. Like, I didn't, thankfully, bust, to the man upstairs, thanks to him, I didn't have like a scratch on my body. I wasn't shook. I was a little shooken up, but I wasn't hurt or nothing, thankfully. So I'm like, no, I'm good, bro, but I appreciate it. I'm just kind of, mad or whatever. He like, yeah, man, I'm not gonna lie. Like that was her fault, bro. She turned right into you. Like she was supposed to wait. I'm like, thank you, bro. Like, you're a witness. Like, you saw what happened. Then this is an old lady who happened to be, taking a walk. She's like, oh, my gosh. Like, are you okay? What happened? Like, I saw it happen. Like, are you good? And I basically tell the same thing to her. And then I look, and I see the girl who hit me. She had, like a small Chevy. It's not a sedan. Like, it was, like, a small car. Like, a short, skinny car. Like, kind of like a Dodge, like, Volt or something, whatever it's called. I look, the whole front of her car is gone. Like, basically how the front right of my car looks, her whole front of the car is gone. And she's just still sitting in the car, like, looking at me and, like, holding her head and shit. So I'm like, I'm trying to signal, like, you good? Or, like, what's going on? She doesn't want to get out of the car. I don't know why. Maybe because she knew it was her fault. But, like, I was mad at the time. But I want to make sure she's good, too, I can always get another car. But you only have one life. She doesn't get out of the car. So I'm like, okay, that's kind of weird. So I call my dad. I call the police first. I'm like, yo, I just got into a car crash, such and such. Can you guys come, whatever. Just to be sure, just in case she tried to run off or, try not to give me, insurance money, things like that, her insurance. So then I call my dad. I feel bad. I had to call my dad because he was at work. He had to leave work to come get me. And my dad is a teacher, so he had to get a substitute teacher on the spot just to come, drive 20 minutes to come and get me. Then we had to get my car towed. That shit cost hella money. I think my dad paid for my car to get towed though to his garage. So I appreciate my dad for that. Shout out to Pops. Love you. But yeah, man, my dad pulls up, and when I call him, I call him like in the middle of the day. So like while he's teaching, so he thinks that's kind of weird. He's like, hello, like what's going on? I'm like, Dad, I just got in a car accident. Like, can you come get me? Can you come? And he's like, are you serious? Like, my dad, he gets mad easy. Like, rightfully so, he gets mad easy. Like, he's very blunt. He's not very, he doesn't sugarcoat a lot, basically. So he's like, fuck, Richie, like, are you serious? I'm like, yeah, like, my bad. And at the time, too, like, my little brother, shout out to Kobe. Shout out to my little sisters, and I had two. Shout out to Sadina, too. But shout out to Kobe. He was, like, in that class because he had my dad as a teacher, basically, because my brother was a senior. And, like, when I asked him what happened, he was like, yeah, like, Dad said we had to get a sub. Like, he's like, my son just got in a car accident. I got to go. Then, my brother texted me tripping, like, what's going on? Such and such. So I feel bad for dragging my dad out, So he pulls up. He takes like, 20 minutes to get there because he's pretty far. The police are there, the tow truck people are there, things like that. It's hella metal on the ground. Bunch of debris basically from the crash. So I'm having like the guy look at it, the tow guy, he's like, yeah, it's you don't want to hear this, but it's probably towed. You probably got to get a new car. He told me what I told you guys about the parts and about the year of the car. It's a foreign car, it's expensive. I'm like, yeah, that's not what I'm trying to hear, but yeah, you're probably right. So we get the car towed. I get the girl's insurance. The police pull up. I tell them what happened. They can tell, it wasn't my fault because of the way. You can tell, like, if there's a dent on the car, you can tell if they hit somebody or if somebody hit them. And it was clear she hit me. The front of her car is gone, but only the front left of my car is gone. Like, put two and two together. But basically, yeah, the police pull up. I get her insurance. They're like, maybe you can file a claim, get some type of money back. I did get some money back. I think I got like $3,000 from her insurance. It did take like a month or two to kick in. Because like I said, I didn't have full coverage. Because to me, full coverage is like a scam because you could be paying full coverage and they could still not want to fix your car, basically. But yeah, so I didn't get what the car was worth, but I did get a little something to help me buy a new car a couple weeks later, the car I got right now. But yeah, man, so, man, it was the craziest drive home ever. Basically silent. Just drive home. My dad's bringing me back to my apartment. And this is all while he's supposed to be in school teaching. He's like, I was pretty upset. He's like, I really like the car too, but it's okay. Like, I'm glad you're good. There's only one of you. You can always get another car. Like, cars are replaceable. The material things. I'm like, you're right. But at the time, that's not like what I want to hear, but that's what I need to hear. Basically, that's how the day went. I got home and I'm like, you're used to having a car and you don't have one. You feel so stranded. Like, I felt so stranded. I felt like so down. Like, even though it wasn't my fault, like, I felt like my life was over. Like, I had to tell girl, like, I can't even take you on a date today. Like, I couldn't just drive to class. It was, like, in the middle of winter, too. I was in walkable distance from class, like 15, 20-minute walk, but I was walking in the snow to all my classes, walking in the snow to the gym, like, Michigan weather, snowstorms, like, and I wasn't used to that. I've had a car since I was, like, 17, so it really humbled me, to be honest. And it made me want to grind harder and made me, be grateful for, the simple thing, having a car to drive to work every day. Like, it made me very, humbled. So I just had COVID. I crashed the car. Now I'm driving to class and everything, walking to class and everything, walking in the snow, walking to go get some food, walking to go get groceries. Like, that shit crazy. Because, I'm not trying to be a leech, make it somebody else's problem to drive me here, drive me there. Like, I'm not about to just waste my money on Ubers when it's walkable distance. So, yeah. And then, later on, so what? COVID, crash car, walking everywhere in the snow. Then I found out, because I was like midway through the semester. I graduated already, but I was midway through the semester. I get an email like, oh, like, you're going to graduate late. You were taking a class you're not supposed to be taking right now. You're supposed to be taking this class. This class can only be taken in the spring semester, which it was, like the winter spring semester, like January to April. If you don't sign up for this class right now, you're not going to graduate in time. I'm like, whoa. Like, wait, what's going on? Like, so I had to drop class like 6-7 weeks in and sign up for this new class. Then I had to make up all the 6-7 weeks of work just to catch up to their speed. I'm like, man, like, God, what do you got me going through right now? Like, it was for sure one of the lowest points in my life. That's just some of the stuff I was going through. I was really going through it at the time. But, there's times I wanted to, but I'm glad I didn't quit. I'm glad I didn't, I might have felt discouraged, but I didn't let it keep me down. I kept going, day by day, little by little. And it made me to who I am today. Like now I would have like laughed at those problems. But back then, like, those problems are like the biggest thing in the world. And they weren't just little problems, but, I'm just glad I didn't quit, Like, it made me who I am today. So I definitely learned a lot of lessons during that short period of time in my life. Yeah, like early 2022, I really literally went into 2022 with the bang, So, like I said, I had to buy a whole new car, do a lot of things. I still had rent to pay. 2022 was a crazy, crazy year. But like I said, man, there's other stuff that went on behind the scenes. If you're going through stuff, you're going through it. You're going to get out of it. There's better days, sunny days coming. Rainy days don't last forever. Rainy days is what makes sunny days, warm days, bright days worth it. Makes them special too. So yeah, man, like I said, Probably gonna wrap up the video, but this is story time. I'm gonna try to do at least like one of these like a week, maybe once a month, couple times a month. But story time, how I crashed my Audi. I'm gonna drop in pictures and videos, all that, if I still have them. I know for sure I got pictures, but yeah, man, material possessions don't matter. You only have one life. Be grateful for it. Be grateful for the little things. But yeah, man, I'm trying to think if I got anything else to add. I think that's it, man. Like, comment, subscribe, man. I'm gonna get back in my rhythm, man. New merch 928. We're dropping videos every day. We're dropping merch every month. Get it, man. RLS, the label, RLS, the clothing brand. We're legendary status. Go be a legend today. You know what I'm saying? Don't listen to what these old people gotta tell you. Oh, you're too young. Oh, this and that. Don't listen to, your parents or your coworkers if they're doubting you and you know you really got it and it's something positive. Go and chase it, man. So yeah, link in bio to shop, reallegendarystatus.shop. Let's keep going up. Let's keep going crazy. Link in bio for my clothing brand website, Real Legendary Status. Go copy some drip, man. Drip Star, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, let's go.